Hey guys, what's up? Evrelia here. The Steam Summer Sale is ending today, as I'm sure you are aware, unless you've been living under a rock. I wanted to put this video together very quickly to tell you guys about some of the games that I've been forced to buy in the Steam Summer Sale because I just couldn't possibly resist at those prices, as well as possibly introduce some ideas of other games that you may want to look at as well before the sale ends. I'm just going to run through some of the games that I've bought in the sale, and we'll talk about why I like them, why you may like them, and potentially run over some of the other games that I haven't actually bought but I'm thinking about buying myself. First up is Orcs-must-die 2. This is a sequel to a fairly popular tower defense style game with a little bit of an action RPG twist. The object of the game is to stop hordes and hordes of orcs and trolls and other nasty, ugly things from getting from point A to point B, and in order to do this you build towers and traps and various other bits and bobs to stop them getting through, as well as shooting them with your guns or hitting them with your sword or your axes and whatever. The concept of tower defense games is not very new, but the gameplay itself is very exciting, the animations are cool and entertaining, and it is very fun to play. It also does have multiplayer, so if you have a friend that also might get it, then you can have a lot of fun playing together through that. And me and Emma spent a great deal of time playing through this game once we got it in the Steam Summer Sale. There's a character development system and you can buy upgrades and advance your traps, and there's a lot of reasons to invest your time in it and reasons to keep you compelled to play. So naturally, with my addictive personality, I did invest quite a bit of time in the game. It was very it's novelty fun for a few days. It's not going to keep you invested for weeks and weeks, but it's definitely a few days worth of fun, and for £5 you can't really complain for that. It's available for $5.99, which I think is around about $9, so definitely worth picking up. Next up is Anno 2070, which is a game that I have invested a ton of time in since I bought it about 4 days ago. If you look at 77 hours played in just a few days, it is extremely addictive and extremely fun if you like the genre. It is a city management game, very similar to SimCity or other lesser known games like Zeus Master of Olympus. It is very addictive and very complex, but you have to like the genre of game. It's a city building game, so you have to attract residents to your city and then supply all their basic wants and needs. You need to supply electricity and use whatever means you have available to do that. You might need to import lobster from another island to fit their desire for luxury meals, or they might ask you for alcohol to be grown on your own field. And basically what ends up happening is you end up colonizing tons and tons of other islands and having everything imported by automatic trade routes. And what ends up happening is these very complex and balanced systems. And as your population grows, the rate of consumption also grows with it. And what ends up happening is disastrous chain reactions. As the demand increase, you have to also increase the supply. Otherwise, the whole system collapses because you're not getting enough through in time. It is very in-depth and very fun, and I highly recommend it if this is your kind of game. As I say, I've clocked nearly 80 hours in this game in just a few days. It's extremely addictive if you like the genre. And it is available for just $12.99 on Steam or $25.99 with the expansion and all DLC content as well. However, if you go to gamefanshop.com, they do actually have it even cheaper than the Steam Summer Sale. They have the whole complete edition for just £20.66, and I've included a link to that website in the description just in case you'd rather buy it for a few quid cheaper. On a similar note is Civilization 5, which is available at 75% off, which is just £5 or around $9, I believe. This is another game that I've invested a hell of a lot of time in. It's really fun, especially if you can get a few friends to play multiplayer with, but the single player experience is also really good. I've spent around 60 hours playing this game. It's a turn-based strategy game, very similar to all the other Civilization games, or Total War series if you've ever played that. It's turn-based, and you have to basically found new cities and spread across the map and basically conquer the world by some means or another. It's not just a military game. There are, you can get a science victory by being the first civilization to get a rocket into space. There's cultural victories by spreading your culture around. Or you can eventually win by getting voted in as the world leader. It's a very in-depth game actually, and very enjoyable. And at that price, it is definitely worth picking up. Now, there are a ton of other games on the sale, and I just don't have time to go through them all because the sale is ending really quickly, and I really wanted to get this video out and on YouTube for you so you can go and grab anything that you might want to buy in time. A couple of the other games that are on sale, which I have bought but haven't really had time to play yet. Borderlands 2, very well-known action RPG, very popular. I have never played it myself, and I honestly don't know anything about the game, but I do know that it is 66% off, and if you have been thinking about buying that in the past, then now is the time to grab it. Been told by all my friends that I definitely have to get it, that it's really fun, so I just went ahead and bought it, and I'm going to give it a try soon. As you can see here on the daily deals, there's tons of tons of games to choose from. Some of them even quite popular: BioShock, Borderlands, Tomb Raider, Skyrim, Civ. You know, these games are all on sale and definitely worth checking out. Sorry if this seems a little bit rushed, but hopefully some of you will see this and manage to grab a few great deals before the deal ends. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys soon.